I love having a podcast and being able to share the important messages that I'm trying to get out to my audience. But I often get the question, how do you actually engage with the people that listen to your show? So today we are going to talk all about building a community for your podcast. Hey y'all, Krystal Proffitt here, and I'm so happy to be with you on today's episode of Podcasting Q&A. So like I said in the beginning, we are talking about building a community around your podcast. So the first thing I want to talk about is, why is this even important? Why are we going to go to this extra effort to create a community for our podcast? You want to feel that connection with your listeners because this will actually make your podcasting journey easier. Let me explain. Whenever you have a better connection to the people that are downloading your episodes and listening to you every single week, they will actually give you feedback that's super helpful, whether it's giving you ideas and inspiration for new pieces of content or making suggestions on guests that they would love to hear about, or it could be they just want to tell you how much they love the work that you're doing with your podcast. There are many reasons why you want to have this connection, but most importantly, my podcast community is what keeps me going when podcasting gets hard, because sometimes it does, right? Life comes in the way and maybe we get really busy. And whenever I step back and think about why am I on this podcast journey, the top of my list is my podcast community. I love serving the people that are in my community because we have that deeper connection. So this is the number one reason why I would love to see you put some effort into creating a community online for your podcast. So once you understand why building a podcast community online is really important, you got to ask the question of, well, where, right? Should I do it in a Facebook group? Should I do it in a Slack channel? Should we create a base camp? There's so many options out there, but I'm going to keep it really simple for you. Ask your community. Do they want to have a Facebook group? Because maybe that's where the majority of them are. Or maybe your community members will tell you, we just want a weekly email to get updates from you and to be able to connect with you that way. But I recommend picking one place and finding out what works best for you. Much like the Buzzsprout online community. If you have not joined us there, this is our free Facebook community for all Buzzsprouters. We want to see you in this community, asking questions, getting feedback on your content, because it's a way for you to feel like you are part of something bigger online. So if you just want a down and dirty answer for where to create your podcast community, it is wherever your people are already hanging out online. And the last thing I want to talk about when it comes to creating a podcast community online is engagement. People will say, well, I built this Facebook group, but nothing's happening there. Or I created this Slack channel and no one's really doing anything. No one's really saying anything. Well, I advise you as the leader of this community to start asking questions or posting about your latest episodes, or maybe creating polls where you can say, hey, here's my next 5 podcast topics. Let me know which one you're most excited to hear about, and I may give you a shout out on our next episode. There are all sorts of ways that you can get creative when it comes to engaging with your listeners, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to putting yourself out there, sharing your message, and letting your audience members know that you are encouraging them to talk to you. Podcasting isn't meant to be a just one-way communication. I really encourage you to create a way for you to connect with your listeners on a deeper level. That way, they're going to be excited to come back to your podcast every single week or whenever you publish a new episode, and even share it with other people who would love to be a part of your podcast community.
We hope you found that to be super helpful. Now, if you want to learn even more strategies about how to grow your audience, get more listeners, and continue to grow your podcast, we have an entire playlist here on our YouTube channel. So you can click the link in the description, or click this image right here on the screen and we'll walk you through social media marketing strategies, how to optimize it for search engines and apps like Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and much more. So if you want to continue learning how to grow your audience, this playlist has all the resources that you need. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep podcasting.